Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's guided meditation. I am Heidi Woods, and this is Into the Woods, where we take time each week to practice a guided meditation together, and we have a different topic or theme. In previous weeks, it's been a body scan meditation, a gratitude practice, dealing with difficult emotions. So we try to explore the full spectrum of this human experience and being human and what we go through. So this week I posted something a couple of days ago that said, just because you wear it well doesn't mean that it isn't heavy. And I think that's very true for so many people, that we wear this mask of like, good, how you doing? Good, how are you? Good, but are you good? And is it safe to say you're not good? I went to a workshop once on grief, and what the woman so eloquently spoke about was how to communicate with somebody when they've experienced loss in their life. And it was so touching because I realized we've never been taught that. You know, when you learn of somebody's passing, our first thing, we typically say is, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like there's something we can actually do about it, or that we've done something. We don't know what else to say. And sometimes it's just holding space for that person and being there and letting them emote in whatever way that they need to and feel whatever they need to feel. And so this week I wanted to touch on that and really dive into that a little bit more deeply, because I think we do a good job of carrying things well when deep down we may be hurting. And sometimes it's those closest to us that don't even know we're really hurting because we hide it. So part of the mission and the goal with Open Mind and this mindfulness community is mental health awareness, and that it's okay to not be okay, and voicing that. I think that's a huge part of this, is voicing that and talking about it and asking, a friend, are you really okay? Or checking in, even if you don't have a solution. I think we're such problem solvers that we want to fix and fix and fix. And maybe all it takes is a hug or a listening ear, or just being there for that person. So in talking about pain and how we carry that, if you're watching, maybe post below something that you're willing to let go of, whether it's a limiting belief, whether it's doubt, whether it's fear surrounding a situation. Maybe you're a chronic worrier and you think about things that haven't happened yet, or you try to come up with solutions in the mind when really oftentimes the solutions are in the heart. So I wanted to read a passage from one of my favorite books, and then we'll do the guided practice together. It's The Untethered Soul, A Journey Beyond Yourself. If you haven't read it, you should get it. It's incredible. I have so many dog ears in this book and, marked up spaces that it was just like blowing my mind over and over again. And winter is a really great time to read and, spend cozy nights in. So in talking about pain, he says it's the price of our freedom. Pain is the price of our freedom. To get some distance from this, you first need to get some perspective. Walk outside on a clear night and just look up at the sky. You are sitting on a planet spinning around in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Though you can only see a few thousand stars, there are 100 billion stars out in our Milky Way galaxy alone. In fact, it's estimated that there are over 1 trillion stars in the spiral galaxy, and that galaxy would look like one star to us if even we could see it. You're just standing on one little ball of dirt, spinning around on one of these stars. From that perspective, do you really care what people think about your clothes or your car? Do you really need to feel embarrassed if you forget somebody's name? How can you let these meaningless things cause you pain? And if you want out, if you want a decent life, you'd better not devote your life to avoiding psychological pain. You'd better not spend your life worrying about what other people think about you or whether your car impresses people. What kind of life is that? It is a life of pain. You may not think that you feel that pain that often, but you really do. Once you look inside yourself and start to own this, you will see that you are back to the same two foundational choices. One choice is to leave the pain inside and continue to struggle with the outside. The other choice is to decide that you don't want to spend your entire life avoiding the inner pain. You'd rather get rid of it. few people don't even dare to turn inside to a process like this. Do you really want to carry that on the inside? And what would your life be like if it wasn't run by that pain? You would be free. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. And so that is really the purpose of our time together. We go into the woods. We go straight in, right? When we close our eyes, when we practice meditation, what you may notice, and this is what I noticed very early on when I started practicing, is everything that I had done wrong in my life, especially when I was a teenager, surfaced. Like that bad thing I did when I was 16, and I was a bad kid. You may be surprised by that, and I don't know if my mom and dad are watching right now, but I was a rebel without a cause, and I know it caused them a lot of heartache. And what I recognized when I started to practice was all of those things that I hadn't met inside myself and forgiven or processed through, all that psychological pain, came right up to the surface. So I actually didn't meditate for quite a while because I thought, I'm not doing that again. That wasn't even fun. I'm here to meditate to be calm and peaceful and, chill. And it was the opposite. It was like, all this stuff came up. So you are the courageous ones. Anybody who takes time to sit with their shit is brave. You are brave. You are brave for being here. You are brave for showing up. It may sound silly, but trust me, it is not. Because so many people walk around on this planet with pain in their pockets and they don't ever want to look at it. But they carry it. It's there with you. So even though we may carry it well, it doesn't mean that it's not heavy. So with that, let's take time to practice. Let's take time to meet all of those parts of ourselves with a sense of compassion, with a sense of non-judgment, and with a little love. You guys with me? All right, let's do this. So this is from Recovery Dharma. It's called a meditation for sitting with difficult emotions. So as always, get in your comfortable seated posture, back up against the chair or the couch, wherever you're seated. I want you to find that space where you feel at ease, okay? Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders, soften the eyes. If you can, anchor both feet on the floor, or just being seated cross-legged is okay too, but just really begin to align the body before you align the mind. Once you find that comfortable seated position, again, gently close the eyes, or you can take a soft gaze somewhere in front of you, but really try to remove any distractions going on around you. So let's bring our attention to our breath. You can bring your awareness to the heart space and just notice that rise and fall, breathing in through the nose. Big breath out through the mouth. Biggest breath you've taken all day. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose. Big breath out the mouth. Last one, but we're going to hold at the top here. Big breath in through the nose. Hold. Big breath out the mouth. Good. Drop the shoulders. Take a moment just to, again, adjust the body, relax. And I'd like you to begin by imagining a situation that has caused you some stress recently, whether it was, with another person, difficult emotion that came up. Just bring to mind something that happened recently, so this week. And if you're new to this type of meditation, try picking something that's not too difficult to focus on, something that wouldn't be too painful. And I want you to imagine this situation or scenario in as much detail as you can. Visualize it without getting lost in the story. So bring to mind whatever that was, and then try to recognize the feeling that's attached with that experience or that situation. Notice the emotions that you feel about the situation. There may be more than one. Could be frustration, stress, fear. Whatever is coming up to you, I want you to label it. Like we say, name it to tame it. We have to name it first before we can begin to tame it. and just notice what emotions are coming up for you right now. Where do you feel that in the body? Take a nice deep breath here. Pause. Breathe into that space. So if it's in the stomach, I want you to breathe into the stomach. If it's frustration and you feel it more in your head, imagine breathing into that space. Send that fresh oxygen there, and as you exhale, release it. Imagine this emotion being taken with the breath. Exhaling, releasing. Maybe it's a lump in the throat. Maybe you feel tightness in your hands. Bring all of your attention to this emotion and just notice how that feels in the body. Maybe there's a sensation that comes with that. And if you're getting distracted right now, simply come back. Come back to that experience, come back to that emotion. Good. Now I want you to bring some love, some self-compassion, some understanding, some non-judgment to this experience. Bring it to the feeling in your body. Whatever is coming up for you, know that it is okay. It is okay. You are human. You're not doing it wrong. If you'd like, if it's helpful for you, bring both hands over the heart and just feel your heart beating underneath your fingertips. Feel the rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. And this is a beautiful practice where we can experience something stressful or negative or something that's happened before and actually bring some love and compassion to that. Think about the qualities of the heart. This would be patience, forgiveness, compassion. We need that for ourselves just as much as we need that for others, right? So draw that in, offer some soothing comfort to this difficult emotion, and even tell yourself, it's okay to feel this way. And I know it might be really hard right now. Maybe a moment of suffering. But it is human to feel. It is human to experience that. It's human to suffer. So just be kind, be gentle with yourself. You can even use that phrase in your mind. This is hard right now, but I'm still going to be good to myself. So let's take a moment, continuing to close the eyes, breathing into that heart space. I want you to imagine sending yourself some love, some compassion. And if it's helpful, send that to another person if they were involved in that situation or experience. That may be very difficult to do, I know that. But that is the work, that's the inner work that we're here to do. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Big breath out through the mouth. Good, I want you to imagine releasing that stored emotion that lives in our body. Big breath in through the nose. Big exhale out the mouth. Good, one final breath here. And as we bring this meditation to a close, bring yourself back into the room, bring your awareness back into the room. If you'd like, you can drop the chin down towards the chest, maybe rolling the right ear over to the right shoulder, left ear over to the left shoulder, and dance. Get up and dance. I'm serious about this. So meditation is beautiful and it's great and it's a wonderful modality that we can use, but we do store a lot of emotion in the body, especially in the psoas. The psoas is the muscle responsible for your ability to stand. So it wraps all the way from the front part of the body down and back up. So think about the hips, right? That the womb space for women, right? That area in the lower pelvis. Move that, shake that, turn on some music, and get that stuck energy out of the body. I think it's really important, especially when I teach yoga, to do a lot of twisting and stuff like that, just to help people kind of think of it like a washcloth wringing out, right? To squeeze that out of there. So I hope this was of benefit. If you are watching, comment below on what you are releasing, what you're going to let go of, and I wish you all the best. You're doing the hard work. You're doing the brave work. It's the work where we go inward and we look at our stuff that we may not want to look at. So I'm proud of you. I appreciate you guys. And tell a friend, tag a friend, invite them to the community every Wednesday at 5:30. I will see you back here next week, and I wish you all well. Take good care. Bye.